Okay, latest build. A lot of focus on animation this time. So I'm going to jump into AR mode and we'll see how we do. So again, tooltips. I think I've shown this before, quite useful. So the big change now is, straight away I noticed a bug. That was the wrong menu to start with. I'll fix that. Anyway, main thing is if I bring up the animation panel again, see we've got different modes here now. So XF for transform, shape key animation, blend shape animation, and shape replacement. So this is to cover both voxel sculpting and mesh sculpting. So let me show how this works. So if I do the usual thing where I'm going to, like always, I'm going to make a simple head. Just going to hide the ground plane. Cool. And I'm going to go to my tools and do a crease brush and just carve in just eyes and a mouth are neutral. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the shape replacement mode. So what this is meant to represent is you can click between them to get the different modes. The bottom row indicates visibility. So if you have multiple keys for transforms, shapes, blend shapes, and shape replacement, at the moment they'll all be visible. You can toggle these modes on and off. The other shortcut is if you just want to see only shape replacement keys, you can double click and it'll hide everything. I'm going to get back into the dope sheet mode. So the idea is like you're doing claymation essentially. So if I set a key here, then if I go to say frame 12, and I'm going to resculpt this into something else, I might use a move brush, and I'll make this into a big sort of smile. Eesh. But let's say that's like that, and I'll make his eyes look happy. You know what? I didn't set a key like an idiot. So let me undo by pushing back on my thumbstick. Got to make a key by going duplicate this shape into a new shape. So now let's try and push it again. Might have just used the crease brush just to get a big smile, and I'll smooth this out and I'll put it up like that. Smooth out some of this stuff. So you can see as I move the timeline, I'm changing shapes. So I can jump to frame 24. I'll duplicate this again, and I'm going to do a quick smooth. So again, thinking very sort of very claymation. So I'm going to give him sad eyes and a sad mouth like that. Let's say that's it. So we're swapping. So if I want to change timing, I can just move these keys around, and that works. So I can push that later, and I can hit play, and I can see this thing going through the shapes. If I can push this here, you can see. And then you can do breakdown keys pretty easily. So if I want to sort of go put some sort of in between key here, go between this and this, I can maybe duplicate this shape, and I'll sort of crease up just a bit of a smile to go into this one. I might even sort of move. So obviously you could do all this using a blend shapes, but this for me already has given me a slightly kind of different feel, which I kind of like. The other thing you can do, which is kind of cool, is you can instance shapes. So if I choose this key, and I've now mapped it to the B button on this controller, and I can go and I can sort of, this is a marking menu, so I can go up into copy, then I can go to some other time. So say I want to put an instance of that shape there, I can go to that time, hold down B, and I can go paste link. So this key is a copy of this key. I'll show you that. So if I were to move this one slightly, so it's a slightly wider mouth. If I go over here, this is the same shape. So you can copy and paste, or you can copy and paste instance, which is quite useful. This also works for voxel animation. So if I go into my outliner, I'm going to, actually, I'm not sure what happens if I delete the parents. Let's see. Oh, it does work. That's cool. So I've got nothing in the scene. I'm now going to go into voxel mode, and it uses the same framework. So make sure that I've got symmetry turned off. I'm going to do the same demo I was doing before. So I'll do a 1, make sure that's on the first frame. So I put a key there. And this time, rather than duplicating, I'm just going to make a new blank frame. So 2, frame 24, new frame 3, and go to frame 36. And whoops, move everything out of the way. New frame 4. So if I play that back, you see I've got basic voxel animation. So this is being saved out. So if I look in the outliner, you can see what's going on. So I've got this kind of container that implies I've got shape replacement for the voxel. But if I open it, what it's actually doing is it's making voxel shapes, and it's changing visibility. So there you can see, hopefully I'm framing correctly, you can see that's the first one that's visible, next one, next one, next one. If I retime these, so if I were to move these around, it's updating the these visibility keys, which is quite useful. This then means that doing sort of like in-betweens is quite useful, or quite easy. So I've probably shown that before. So if I want to do like a smear frame between these two, I might duplicate this one key, and I use the move brush to sort of move it like that to imply that it's getting a bit of a thing. So the voxel move brush, it does sort of lose detail. It's kind of a necessary evil of this thing. So here for this in between, I could either like move the two, or I could redraw it. This one I might redraw it. So I'll just do like sort of a zip frame like that. And then at the next frame, do another zip frame that's going to start to fill out to these shapes. Let's see how that looks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And even in terms of if I want to sort of zip from the 4 back to the 1, first of all, I can turn on loop aware onion skinning, so I can see where I'm going to be targeting. And at this frame, I might I'll duplicate the 4, and I'll use my move brush to sort of smear it to be halfway between, like that. I might even do another smear frame, and I'll duplicate that one, and I'll move that to be halfway there. And you get these sort of nice sort of damaged-looking looping frames. So I'll just pull the whole thing back, so I definitely fit it in frame. So that's pretty cool. The other thing I've done is this all properly saves and loads. So if you go to browser saves, and I go save scene, and I go sure, so I get a thing. I can now go back to files, and I can clear the scene. You got to press twice, and now I can go back to browser saves and load this one, and it should restore everything. Oh, it also loaded this mystery thing. So deleting the sphere before didn't actually delete. I got to fix that up. But you can see animation works. This is kind of a nice different way of doing animation that's very VR friendly. This works on desktop too. I have to do some changes to make it also work inside iPad. But yeah, it's getting there.